Hello and good evening on this lovely Sunday evening. Good evening, Pete and Carol. I think I've got out Phil stories here. Phil and Donna. Hello and good evening. My wee parrots here. Tells me everything's working. Right, wait a minute to get that sorted. Phil, Story and Donna, Pete and Carol, good evening. And Mrs. O and Sean and Dave and Val Rimmer, Fluff and Matt Johnson. And the lovely Rochelle McDonald. And Georgie. I think that covers everybody so far. Groggy's there. How you doing, Groggy? Colin Wignall, how you doing, Colin? So, have you got a show? We have. And tonight, kicking us off, is one from Marion and Dave Bennett. This is Club Nouveau. It's called Lean On Me. Record button, so don't ask. We are happy, we are having sorrow, but if we are right, we know that. Good evening, Julie, and the Juice for the Soul Patrol. Ada, Harvey Lee, Sam and Justine, and the Holdsworth family. And I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. For it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Swallow your pride if I can. Johnny Wood and the lovely Jellywood down there in Barnsley. How you doing, guys? We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you'd understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Lean on me. We are not strong, and I'll be your friend. Elwin and Lil Jones over there in Cricket. How you doing, guys? It won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. There's a load you have to bear that you can't carry. Nice one. Good evening, Terry and Susan watching up there in Beacon. How you doing, Tel? Lean on me when you're not strong, and I'll be your friend. I'll help you carry on. Lean on me. For city it won't be long till I'm gonna need somebody to lean on. Just call on me, brother, when you need a hand. We all need somebody to lean on. I just might have a problem that you understand. We all need somebody to lean on. Club Nouveau and Lean On Me, sent in by the lovely Dave and Marion Bennett up there in Dundee. And thank you for all your smiley faces in memory of little Kyle, who sadly passed away last year. So, next up, we have Mr. John Birch
Mr. John Birch has selected Little Charles and the Sidewinders, and it's called A Taste of the Good Life. It's out of the box, and David Marions was also out of the box. Good evening, Leslie and Simon. Mr. Robert Progress and his lovely wife Lynn down there in Ossett. Charles and the Sidewinders, A Taste of the Good Life, sent in by our good friend down there in good evening Susie K, Keithy K's home, and little Maisie Moo down there in Stoke, Mr. John Birch, and it was out of the box. Next up, the man from Skegness, better known to us as Mr. Dave Rim, has selected The Flirtations. This is called Mr. Universe. It's also out of the box.
He's my Mr. Universe, and for better or for worse, I will follow him round with my heart in my hand to the end of the earth.
Hey, welcome, Dave. January 2026, Johnny. Are you coming, Johnny? You'll probably go on holiday. Chilly will book a holiday.
I feel as if my lips should be kissing him. Why, oh, why can't he see how I'm missing him? When I close my eyes, I'll be dreaming of him. Time and again, he's my Mr. Universe, and for better or for worse,
I know you would be, yes.
I will follow him round.
I'm not going to tell Jelly any of my gigs from the on, so she doesn't have to book holidays with I'm teaching. the Flirtations and Mr. Universe, sent in by our good friend Mr. Dave Rimmer down there in well, the drink prices are very expensive for the Dave down there in Skegness, but there's Dave saving up for Skegness already, so it's a good idea sometimes, just in case expensive prices at these events can be, you know, disappointing sometimes, but there's nothing we can do about that. That's just the way the cookie crumbles at the moment, because everybody seems to be putting their prices up, especially when we go for the it's not too bad the weekenders, but some of these other venues like Bridleton, they've kept their prices down for years. £4 a pint, brilliant. You go into your what do you call it, Blackpool shithole, that I call it, they're charging you £7, £8 a pint in some cases. So I mean, but we find that quite a lot now, that a lot of the pubs are up in the price because they're not that busy. So it's only another way to get their revenue up. Flirtations, Mr. Universe, and sent in by Mr. Dave Rimmer, and it was Out of the Box. This next one comes from the lovely, delectable Julie Holdsworth. Oh, little pocket rocket. This is the Drifters, and if you don't come back.
Well, the noise woke me up this morning. I looked through the Venetian blind. The car was gone, and you were
It's Out of the Box from Julie.
and I almost lost my mind. If you don't come back, if you don't come back, well, if you don't come back today, baby.
I don't mind it raining in Blackpool, Pete.
You can call the people at the crazy house and take this crazy man away. I threw myself up against
Been raining here all day as well. So summer over.
I ran out on the street in my stocking feet, yelling, police, I've been robbed. If you don't come back, if you don't come back.
Good evening, Mr. Ian McDonald down there in where is that again? Scunthorpe. How you doing, Ian?
Mrs. Brown been talking about me to the people way across the street. She said I cooked that boy in a bucket of stew, but the poor thing just
Good evening, Linda Haycock and Dave. I knew it was Scunthorpe, Ian. Good man, Ian. It's nice to have you at home, Ian, for a change. You get about, pal.
Said if you ain't sick, but you're gonna die if you don't get your baby back home. If you don't come back, if you don't come back, don't come back to me, baby. Yeah, you can call up the people at the crazy house and take this crazy man away. If you don't come back, oh, if you don't come back today, baby.
The Drifters, and If You Don't Come Back, sent in by the lovely Julie Holdsworth down there in Dewsbury, and it was Out of the Box. This next one is also Out of the Box from the lovely Lil Jones over there in Cricket. This is Vernetta Lofton. It's called The Power of Love. Yeah, we've got 7 signings, Rogie. Some good looking signings too. contest for us on Tuesday night against Panathinaikos. I don't know if the team are ready for it. I think it's only on Rangers TV and BBC Scotland maybe as well. Vernetta Lofton and The Power of Love, sent in by the lovely Lil Jones over there in Cricket, and it was out of the box. This next one is also out of the box from the reggae man himself down there in Birmingham, but he's over at his daughter's having a meal tonight, so he said he will get it on catch up. Mr. Rob Farr has selected the Blues Busters. This is called Ooh Baby. It's out of the box. You're welcome, Rosie. He's got the wardrobe there, Johnny. We'll get him on the train home about 9 o'clock. Blues Busters and Ooh Baby, sent in by our good friend Mr. Rob Farr down there in Birmingham, and it was out of the box. This next one is also out of the box from Mr. Sean O'Callaghan down there in Worcester, has selected Irma and the Fascinators. This is called Lost Love. It's out of the box from Sean. You're welcome, Sean.
Break your heart in two. Never look back once the love is through. You'll find a new love if you just look around. Well, I said no.
No, I didn't know that, John. There you go.
Don't let it get you down.
You gotta take the bad
groggy. Herman, the Fascinators and Lost Love, sent in by Mr. Sean O'Callaghan down there in Worcester, and it was out of the box. This next one comes from our good friend down there in Liverpool, Mr. Stevie Ledbetter, who has selected the great Earth, Wind and Fire and one of their greatest songs. This is called Fantasy, and it's out of the box. Fantastic Earth, Wind and Fire with Fantasy. Sent in by Mr. Stevie Ledbetter. Good evening, Mr. Stevie Ledbetter. He's just come on. Nice timing, Stevie. And it was Out of the Box. This next one is also Out of the Box. And the Hudsons, the lovely Lady Fiona and Mr. Marco Hudson, are away over in Switzerland, I believe, on a holiday. I don't know if they're going to get the internet or not. But Marco sent me this in today. This is Real People featuring the great Angie Stone. It's called Don't Stop the Music. And you heard it in a bar over in Switzerland. Nice. It's Out of the Box. Marco. Jane and Tom Thompson, how you doing, guys? Show. Lovely Captain John Birch. Ted from Abergavenny, how you doing, Ted? Don't stop the music. Starts in August, Groggy. So it's only a couple of weeks away. We'll start it in August.
You got me moving. You got me moving. Don't stop the music. You got me moving. You got me moving. Don't stop the music. Yeah, get that baby. Don't you stop it. Don't you stop it. Stop it.
done up there in Broxburn. How you doing, mate? The Real People, featuring the great Angie Stone, who sadly passed away this year. And Don't Stop the Music, sent in by our good friend, who's currently on holiday over there in Switzerland, Mr. Marco Hudson. And it was Out of the Box. So in 13 minutes time, we have our last ever Two's Company Before 8. And the last one comes from our good friends Terry and Susan Watson and Mr. Tom Thompson. I don't know if Tom's working tonight. What do you call her? Jane will tell us if Tom's working or if he's at home. But it's the last one. So I've got to start thinking about other ideas, what we're going to do next. Might take 2 or 3 weeks. But we'll get something organised. But that's coming up at 7:45. Next up, the lovely Shaz Core. I don't know if Shaz is working. Corky's not on. So they're not telling me anything. They're hiding from me for some reason. I don't know why. But this is Shaz's request. This is Homegrown Syndrome with their track called Confrontation. It's Out of the Box from Shaz Core. Mr. Tom Thompson's in the house. How are you doing, Tom? Are you working or are you at home? He's home today. Good man, Tom. Homegrown Syndrome and Confrontation, sent in by the lovely Shaz Core, and it was Out of the Box. Now, Albert's, I know, at the wardrobe, and I know I forgot to play his request last week, but I've got it this week. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it back for Albert, because he'll probably come on when he's on the train, and then I'll play it for him. So I'll move on to the next one. Hello, Tom, from your wife at work. Thanks for tuning in. The wife at work, the lovely Jane Lindy Thompson. Next up, we go down to a place called Anderton, where you'll find a fantastic gentleman called Mr. Colin Wignall. And Colin this week has selected Liz Christian with Suddenly You Find Love.
Got to walk before you run.
It's out of the box.
That's learning to fly. Take it easy.
Tom will have your supper ready when you come in, Jane. Unless you're on an extra. It'll be breakfast.
Golden meadow standing high above you. Search for love, there's someone to love you. And the gates just open wide. You find yourself inside, 'cause you found love.
If it doesn't come on, I'll not play it. I'll hold it back for next week.
Love's like a soft breeze whispering sweetly, calling you here to my side. Softly it beckons, leading you to me. Finding yourself's not so hard. There's that meadow standing there before you. I'm the key and boy, I adore you. The gates just open wide. You find yourself inside, 'cause you found love. Wonderful love. Wonderful Suddenly, oh suddenly, suddenly found love. Suddenly, suddenly found love. Suddenly, suddenly found love. Suddenly.
Liz Christian, and Suddenly You Find Love, sent in by our good friend down in Anderton, Mr. Colin Wignall, and it was Out of the Box. This next one, unfortunately, is the first Bob on the show tonight. It's a double Bob from a wee pal down there in Cleethorpes, Mr. John Kidd. This is Eddie Floyd, and Things Get Better from 1966. Unfortunately, it's a Bob. Great tune though. Time for a beer, Georgia. Had a few brandies last night. Had a great night last night. The Cairndale Hotel. For the stealth birthday party. Brilliant. And I won. Didn't win the big prize. But I won. People are getting to know you now, Johnny. Yes, I had a few, Linda, yes. Not my favourite Remy, but the under brandy of Martel. And I had a few. As when I was sitting with all these lovely ladies at the table, and I thought it's time to get drunk. But I didn't get too drunk. I kept my head quite sober. I did maybe 4 or 5 brandies. But we had a fantastic night at the Stealth 3rd birthday bash, and hopefully I'll go to the 4th. But a lovely lady won £50,000 last night on the Big Stealth giveaway last night, and I won a prize as well, and we had a good night. Fantastic, all well arranged and well organised. A lovely meal and everything, really well done. Aye, one of the boys from the town, he won £10,000. So it was a good night, had by all, I would imagine. And I'd like to thank Graham and the lovely Lindsay for inviting us to that. It was a fantastic night. That was Eddie Floyd and Things Get Better from 1966. You would have liked to have been sitting at that table too. You'd have loved it. And it was a bob from my good pal John Kidd down there in Cleethorpes. Next up, and the last one before our Two's Company tonight, comes from the great carpenter himself, Mr. Elwyn Jones, has selected Marianne. It's called Motivation. $70. Come next year, Dave. Cheers, everybody. Come in, Bob. I'll let you know. Yeah, Elwyn's here. Marianne and Motivation, sent in by our good friend over there in Cricket, Mr. Elwyn Jones. Oh, look at the time, 1945. And at 1945, on TeeBee's Sunday Soul Show, we have two of the Soul family to pick 3 tracks. All they've got to be is soul related, and we play them on the show. And first up tonight is a fantastic couple that I had the pleasure of going up and staying overnight at their house with their fantastic dog Mac, the lovely Terry and Susan Watson, a fantastic couple who've come down to Dumfries for the weekender, and we've met them on a few occasions. Absolutely fantastic couple that you all know, quite a lot of you got to know as well. And here is number 1 from the lovely Terry and Susan Watson. This is Julian Covey and A Little Bit Hurt. Terry and Susan's number 1 on their Two's Company before 8. Good evening, Mr. John Kidd. Just missed the track. It was a bob, John. A double bob, pal.
A little bit hurt, a little bit hurt, a little bit hurt, a little bit hurt. I'm a little bit hurt 'cause you left me, baby. A little bit hurt because you wanna be free. A little bit hurt and I'm thinking maybe that a lot of new loving is the answer for me. Yeah, I'm hurt.
Joey and Kobe and a little bit hurt. Number 1 on Terry and Susan's Two's Company before 8. Here's number 2. The sound of Chuck Bridges. And Don't You Make Me Cry.
I said, oh no, no, don't you make me cry. Now I said, oh no, 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 don't you make me cry. Don't you know you mean the world to me? And if you go on being misery, hey baby, don't you make me cry. Now I said, oh wait, wait before you walk out that door. Before you walk out that door, little girl, you know what you I need, and if you go, I swear my heart will bleed. Hey baby, don't you make me cry.
Chuck Bridges and Don't You Make Me Cry. Number 2 on Terry and Susan's Two's Company before 8. Now, as I say every week, guys, all I ask you to do is show your appreciation for these guys who send in their 3 tracks of the week. And as I said earlier, this is the last of the Two's Company. We have done 23 Two's Companies since a wee back, and I think it started in February. And this is the last one. And Terry and Susan's final track on their Two's Company is from Mr. Bobby Wade. It's called Flame in My Heart. Thank you, Terry and Susan. 3 fantastic tracks. one. Did you mention a track? Okay, I would. Bobby Reed and Flame in My Heart, and fast feet for that now, to dance to that, and that compromises and finalises Terry and Susan's Two's Company before 8. Thank you for sending in the 3 tracks, guys. I will put them 3 tracks and Mr. Tom Thompson's 3 tracks and other tracks onto a CD, and I will get that out to you this week. So next up, we go down to Nuneaton, where you'll find a fantastic guy and a loving husband of the lovely Jane Blundy Thompson, Mr. Tom Thompson. And we've had the pleasure of staying at Jane's as well with Tom and Jane when we went to see Solutions in Nottingham, was it? I think, yes. And we had a fantastic time down at Jane's. And we also went down to Jane's and done our birthday party and played live at in Jane's house out the back. It was a fantastic time. You're welcome, Terry. So Mr. Tom Thompson's number 1 on his Two's Company comes from Mr. Ed Crook. It's called That's Alright.
So you say you got another man, well that's alright, it's alright, and you treat you like a girl in love, that's alright, it's alright, but no matter who this girl may be, you'll never, never love you like me, and no matter what you do or say, I'm gonna keep loving you.
Sound of Ed Crook and That's Alright. Number 1 on Tom Thompson's Two's Company before 8. Here's number 2 from Tom. This is the Sheep Herders and If You Ever Need Me. Number 2 from Mr. Mr. Tom Thompson.
If ever you need me, baby, I will be flying high. If ever you need me, baby, just give me a little sign. If you need a shoulder to cry on, take mine anytime, yeah. You are the things I need, and I wanna make it right all mine. If ever you feel like this whole world is a girl,
The Sheep Herders. And if you ever need me.
if ever you need someone to tell your troubles to, run to the middle.
I nearly said Sheep Shaggers. We don't like them people from Aberdeen.
If ever you need me, baby, if ever you need me, baby, just call. Let your finger do the walking. When you feel like talking, when you feel like talking, when you feel like talking, yeah. My heart is yours, only ask me, what else could I give? Without your sweet love, baby, I don't believe.
Thank you, Joey. Share the stream, guys.
I'll climb the highest mountain and I'll swim the river's wide, yeah. I'll do anything just to be at your side. Hey, if ever you need me, baby, if ever you need me, baby, let's go. Let the fingers do the walking. When you feel like jumping, when you feel like jumping, when you feel like jumping, yeah.
Easy done, Yogi.
You can go too long, baby. Why don't you take it simple?
Good evening, Mr. Alec Max in the house. How you doing, Alec? Give her love to Pat. Hope she's tucked up in bed. The Sheep Herders. And If You Ever Need Me was number 2. Sure, the same. Thank you, Johnny. On Tom Thompson's Two's Company before 8. And as I say, just show your appreciation for Tom sending in his 3 tracks. And this is Tom's final track on his Two's Company before 8, which has been on the show a couple of times, but is well liked by a lot of people. And it is Daryl Smith's version of The Drifter. Poor Pat. Pour yourself a beer, Alec.
I'm just a drifter. I go from place to place. I'm just a drifter. Nobody knows my face. When I go into a town, the people there, they put me down. They say, hey, drifter, go away, don't want your kind around. So I go my way back to the highway. I'm just a drifter.
Yeah, fantastic 3 tracks, Tom. Thank you very much, pal. Your CD will be out to you this week.
Just a drifter out in this world alone. I see others pass me by. I watch them all with a tear in my eye. I can't help thinking how lucky they are, laughing and talking as they go walking.
welcome, Tom. Thank you very much, Mr. Tom Thompson. That was Darryl Smith's version of The Drifter. 3 fantastic tracks from Terry and Susan and Tom Thompson. Now, we have 2 newbies on the show, and we actually had 3, but Julia Clark's not come back on the last couple of weeks, so I don't know what's happened with Julia. But we have Ian MacDonald and Pete and Carol. So if you 2 guys would like to pick 3 tracks next week for your Two's Company, because I said I was going to give you a shot at doing something on the show, and get the tracks to me no later than Saturday of next week. Just let me know if you're still on the show that you will send me in 3 tracks next week, no later than Saturday, and we will have your Two's Company next week. So that's Pete and Carol Dunkerley and Mr. Ian MacDonald, so that everybody gets a shot. And that'll be 24 we'll have done. So, it's been great doing the CDs for the Two's Company. I've got some absolutely fantastic feedback from a lot of you who, thank you, Pete. Are you still there, Ian? Are you away to bed? Phone calls, I'll listen to them and catch up. Sorry, I missed the 3 before 8. Oh, you had phone calls, okay. No problem, Robert. And some of the fantastic CDs, and you guys sending me feedback saying how good the CDs were. But what I'll do is, we've got the big auction coming up, maybe the beginning of August, for the kidney care that I'm doing on the 16th of August. That's the first gig that's coming up. And what I'll do is, I will put those 24 mixes onto sticks, and we will put them up for auction. Nobody else has got the whole 24 collection, so I know a lot of you say every week that'll be a great CD because of the songs that were picked, so I'll do that. So we move on to the requests, and first up, as we always do, as soon as he comes on the show, we always pick Alec McBride's track, because he's got to look after the lovely Pat, and you never know when she might give him a shout from upstairs and say, "Come on, I need something, put that drink down, Alec." And my good friend Alec McBride has selected Jessie Green. It's called Come With Me. You're welcome, Alec. I'm the only one allowed to have a bellhead, Kelly. Yes, it will be, Johnny. Mr. Keepy Keys in the house. How you doing, Keepy boy? Had a nice wee rest after your jaunt to Africa. Darling. Good match, everyone. Bad. Okay, Alberto. Albert's on the train, going home. Sure reminds me of something. Yeah, sent in by our good friend Mr. Alec McBride down there in Scunthorpe. That was Jesse Green and Come With Me, and it was Out of the Box. Albert's on the train, so we'll play Albert's track. This was from last week that I forgot to put up, and I said I would give him it this week. This is Pacific Gas and Electric, and it's called Are You Ready? It's Out of the Box from Mr. Albert Wilkinson, currently on the train from Leeds. Aye, that's what it did sound like, Pete. Yeah.
Perhaps you wonder the reason why. But wait, don't you worry. A new day is dawning. Catch the sun.
vibes on it. Sneaked on. Hiding in the toilet. Big bugger, Chris. Gospel of it. The wee bit of rock guitar in between. Pacific Gas and Electric, and it's called Are You Ready? And it was sent in by our good friend Albert Wilkinson, currently on the train in Leeds. Hiding in the toilet. And it was out of the box. This next one was also out of the box. And it comes from a good friend Philip Kerr down there in Brinnington in Stockport. And Philip has selected Ronnie Walker. And You've Got to Try Harder. It's out of the box from Philip Kerr.
Don't you've been down before, you know that you be up again. Oh, you hear them say no, you know that you win in the end. 'Cause times are better, times are better. And if they knock you down, the answer is easily found. You've got to try harder. You've got to try harder and harder. You've got to try harder. You'll surely succeed if you simply believe. Yeah. Though you're feeling the blues when you know you're just paying bills or living your life. Many things may be wrong, but you know that you're strong. You make them right. Times are better. Times are better. And if they knock you down, the answer is easily found. You've got to try harder. You've got to try harder and harder. You've got to try harder. You will surely succeed if you simply believe. You've got to try harder. You've got to try harder and harder. You've got to try harder. You've got to try harder and harder.
down to Ronnie Walker, and You've Got to Try Harder, sent in by our good friend Philip Kerr down there in Bridgton, and it was Out of the Box. This is also Out of the Box from Mr. Martin Barlow, who is currently with his lovely wife Mags Barlow down at the Blackburn Oldies tonight, and Martin has selected Alfreda Brockington and Your Love Has Got Me Chained and Bound. Out of the Box from Tiny. Must be a lady. And Chaz, if you get. Alfreda Brockington and Your Love Has Got Me Chained and Bound, sent in by our good friend Martin Barlow, and it was Out of the Box. This is also Out of the Box from the lovely Linda Haycock. This is Ted Taylor, and that's life, I guess.
Wish I didn't know the bad things about you. It hurts me to my heart to know you were not true, but that's life, I guess. Some people win, some lose. No need to kid myself, I've lost you. Everybody says fair, you win a losing hand. The woman that you love will never love a man, but that's life. Some people win, some lose. No need to kid myself.
Good evening, Julia. How are you doing?
Should have checked myself when you start acting funny. But I was such a fool and gave you all my money, but that's life, I guess. Some people win, some lose. I never let you on. I lost you. Yeah.
Ted Taylor, and that's Life, I guess. Sent in by the lovely Linda Haycock down there in the West Midlands, and it was out of the box. Now, my message to Julia, next week's Two's Company was going to come from the newbies, but because you weren't on earlier on, you may have not heard this, but if you can pick me 3 tracks no later than next Saturday, and we will have the newbies, Mr. Ian MacDonald, Pete and Carol and Julia Clark all doing their Two's Company next week. So if you can let me know that you heard that, okay, Julia and Ian, just let me know, and you can send the tracks no later than next Saturday, and we'll have the 3s on. It'll be 3's Company instead of 2's Company, if you know what I mean. But that covers all the newbies for next week. So as we do every week on this show, we always play a memory tune for a lovely lady that should still be with us today, the lovely Jackie Williman, who was killed by 4 arseholes who stole a lorry and mowed the poor woman down when she was out doing her walk. But our loving big brother, Ginger Johnny, picks a tune for her as a memory tune every week. And tonight, by surprise, Mr. Johnny Wood has picked an out-of-the-box tune. Hooray! We don't have to call him Bob anymore. This is your Justice for Jackie tune, and it is the great Harold Melvin with Hang On In There. Yellow Love Hearts Only. Great tune too. It's out of the box, Mr. Johnny Wood.
Alright. There ain't many jobs around today, y'all. Seems like the value of the dollar's gone down. The price of food just got so high. Got to cut back on what we eat now.
Nice one, Cookie.
Kids can't even go to school.
Kiki had a few jobs this afternoon.
All out on strike. And if it seems like their eyes are all against you, it ain't nothing going right. Just hang on in there. Till we can work it out. Just hang on in there.
I never thought of that, Johnny.
Let me tell you what it's all about. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna work it out. We're gonna work it out. Work it out, y'all. Keep the dream alive. No matter how hard times might get, don't start looking down at the ground. But if you do, you ain't seen nothing yet. Might be a rainbow out there. Big enough for the world to see. Oh, the only way you're gonna see that rainbow, y'all, you got to be at peace with our enemies. Just hang on in there. Said we can work it out. We can work it out. Y'all hang on in there, children. Let me tell y'all what it's all about. We can work it out. We can make it right up. We can work it out. Work it out.
You're welcome, Johnny.
All right. Things ain't what they used to be. Now, for you and me, children, I swear. Believe me, y'all, it's a little rough out there. Because the friends of you and the money only goes to chosen few. Ooh, say we can't make it in the world today if we walk with our head up high. Don't let nobody destroy your dream. Now wipe those tears out your eyes. If the strong help the weak and the weak help the poor, we won't be in a situation like this no more. Say a prayer when you go to sleep tonight. Wake up with the news and hang on in there. I said we can work it out.
doing?
Jump up and shout. We can work it out. We can work that out. We can work it out.
Coach Doghouse, how you doing? I think she's on the phone, Johnny.
The mothers, fathers, sisters, brothers, you all know we can help each other. Man and poor man, I'm talking to the lame and the meek. We can work it out. The sick.
Good evening, Coach Doghouse. What's your real name, Coach Doghouse? Big handle up.
Said we can work it out. Y'all hang on in there, too. Hang on in there. You see, they cutting back on this, they cutting back on that. If you read your morning paper, it's showing up back. I said we can work it out. Just hang on in there, children. Let me make one thing perfectly clear, and it always gets more. Hang on in there. Hang on in there. And we can work it out. Y'all hang on in there, children. Hang on in there. What it's all about. We can work it out. We can make it happen. We can work it out.
Yeah, the fantastic sound of Harold Melvin and Hang On In There. And I believe that was just one of the records that Harold Melvin actually done the singing on before the great Teddy Pendergrass arrived at Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. And it was sent in by our good friend Johnny Wood and his lovely wife Gilly down there in Barnsley. And it was Out of the Box. And if Mr. Coach Doghouse is still listening, if you'd just like to give us your name, rather than call you Coach Doghouse, I'd rather have your name. Next up is Mr. Jeff Campbell. I've not seen Jeff on tonight. He's maybe driving the lorries or whatever. So Jeff has selected Blackness, featuring Jennifer Brown, no relation, and Tio. And it should have been me. It's Out of the Box from Mr. Jeff Campbell.
Just guy. Just think.
It should have been you. It should have been you. Ooh, hey, yeah. It should have been you. Oh, could have been you. It should have been you. All the time. It should have been you. Ooh, yeah. Could have been you, baby. It could have been you. I've been waiting such a long time. True love so hard to find. Oh, I've been waiting such a long time. Oh, true love so hard to find. I've been waiting such a long time. True love so hard to find. I've been waiting such a long time. True love so hard to find. True love so hard to find. Should have been you. Should have been. It could have been you. Could have been. Could have been. It should have been you. And all that it could have been. It could have been you. Could have been. Should have been. Should have been you. Could have been you. Should have been you. Could have been you.
Blackness featuring Jennifer Brown, and it should have been you. And it was sent in by our good friend Mr. Jeff Campbell down there in Nottingham, and it was out of the box. Now I'm just going to give you a quick run through of what's coming up for myself and bookings wise. So up here in Dumfries we're going to do the kidney care thing for a lovely little girl who lives just along the across the road, and who had to get a kidney transplant, and she's holding an evening up at the Crichton Golf Club in Dumfries for to raise money for the Kidney Care Foundation. And I'm going to try and do some sort of auction on the show, maybe in the next few weeks, to raise some money for that. Then we're going down to Pontefract, I believe, in the 16th of August, where we will be... Shush, Georgie, you're putting me off. 24th. Sorry, it's the 24th. It's not the 16th. 16th of August is the kidney care. The 24th of August is the North Yorkshire Air Ambulance charity all day. And it's being held not at Junction 36 this year. It's being held at the Carrollton Community Centre in Pontefract. I've put all the details up on my page. If anybody needs any details, all you have to do is message me. Then we have what's next after that? The Skegness Weekender is on January 2026. If you need tickets for that, let me know. You can get your tickets through Skiddle. Tickets for the Scarborough Weekender is on the 10th, 11th and 12th of October. And Julie's got her tickets for that. If anybody's needing tickets for the Scarborough Weekender, I've got some tickets there. Please let me know. That's a fantastic weekend. And then on the 18th of October, we are at JD's Function Suite. Now guys, you have to come to this place. It's absolutely different class. If you don't believe me, ask Corky, ask the Shell. I think the Shell's coming. Because Delegation are playing. The UK soul band Delegation had big hits in the 80s, kind of funk band. And the last two times I've had we were there for Dryzabone. The last time, it was sad to hear about Billy's passing. Billy Freeman, who was the main man of Dryzabone, sadly passed away last week. And I was talking to Billy, and he was in preparation of doing a new album this year too. Just a shame, dying so young. But we also seen Solutions there, and it's a fantastic venue. Very, very cheap drink, and it's a fabulous night. And it sells out very quickly. So Colin, I've got to get in touch with Colin, and if you can please let me know if you want tickets, because I'll have to order them all at once, and then I'll keep your tickets. We always book into the Ibis Hotel, which is just 10 minutes away from the actual venue. So that's in October, and then we've got the Skegness Weekender, which is going to be sold out as well, because he's sold over 550 tickets now. So I think the maximum is going to be 800. And we are staying at the North Shore Premier Inn for the Skegness Weekender in January 2026. And then next year, believe you me, these Bridleton tickets are really selling fast. Not mine, but everybody else's. All the DJs up and down the country keep on saying that the Bridleton tickets for next year are going a bomb. And they also have an allocation where they can't sell any more than, I think it's 2,500 tickets. And I'm not sure the actual number, but it's round about there anyway. So once those tickets go, they won't be allowing anybody else in. And it's, you know how good it is, everybody that's been there this year. So if you need your Bridleton tickets, let me know. I can keep them for you, or I can post them out. But that's some of the gigs coming up. Corky's birthday is the 24th of August. Where are we the 24th of August? We were at Pontefract. You coming to that, Corky, for your birthday? That's pay at the door for the Air Ambulance Day. Fantastic day. I'll maybe do some CDs or something for that to raise some money. I like to take some money down to Mick Glover for his charity all day. Right. Back to the requests. And this was sent in by the lovely Jane Blundy Thompson. This is Penny North. And it's called Thought I Had a Good Thing. It's out of the box from Jane. I better get a teeth done talking. I say you're going to Turkey for your birthday, so Chaz can get a teeth done. There's an engine of them, Johnny. Penny North, and Thought I Had a Good Thing, sent in by the lovely Jane Blundy Thompson, and it was Out of the Box. This next one, unfortunately, was a double bob from a good, no, it wasn't, it was a bob that was not changed, sorry, from a good friend Mike Dunn up there in Broxburn. This is Lorraine Ellison, and Call Me Anytime You Need Something. I don't think so, but previously picked by Linda Haycock. You're welcome, mate.
Turns her back on you, and
evening, Big Al.
When you bump into some of your friends and everybody's got a date, don't feel bad at all, little boy, 'cause it's never gonna be too late. Baby, just stop, remember your mind. I'll be ready all the time, baby. You need some loving, yeah, baby.
Lorraine Ellison and Call Me Anytime You Need Something. Sent in by a good friend Mike Dunn. Unfortunately, it was a Bob. Still a great tune. Next up, he's just arrived. Mr. Alan Kennedy has selected Sergeant Slick and Karina Chavez with their version of I Thank You. This is the Michael Gray remix. Still prefer the Adiva version. This is good as well.
You show me love each and every day. You show me love. You show me the way. You show me love each and every day. I thank you for showing me the way. I thank you for love's on my neck. I thank you things that you do.
Nice one, Big Al.
Thank you for always being you.
Very like a diva. Karina Chavez. Well, mate, that's a way out.
Thank you, baby. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, you show me love. You show me the way. You show me love each and every day. You show me love.
Mr. Mick Murphy. How you doing, Mick? Have a great day at the Con Club. You're welcome, Julie. That was Sergeant Slick and Karina Chavez with their version of I Thank You, originally done by a diva. And it was sent in by our good friend Mr. Alan Kennedy, and it was Out of the Box. This next one, unfortunately, is a double bob from the lovely Pete and Carol Dunkerley. This has been on the show a couple of times now, picked by two people, and this is Ernest Ernie and the Sincerities. Great tune. It's called Do Something. Bit warm and sticky, just like the beer. It's a bob. The double bob from Pete and Carol. I think Carol picks the tunes. And we used to say that we shall overcome with all the dues that they refuse to pay. We've grown cold and numb. I know how long we tried to break your spirit. You know, no buffering this end, back. Everything's cool. Probably, mate. The weather's usually got a lot to do with it. But we've only got rain up here in Scotland, as usual. And if there's no buffering in Dewsbury, we've got a good signal coming out of Scotland.
Just ain't right.
stuck in the key, Johnny.
You got to do something. You got to say something. You got to do something. You got to say something. You got to do something. You got to say something.
Yeah, the fantastic sound of Ernest Early and the Sincerities with a number called Do Something. It's been on the show a couple of times and been requested a few times, but tonight it was requested by Pete and Carol Dunkerley. Unfortunately it was a double bob, but still a great tune, and that's why they get repicked every time for the show. So the other thing I was going to say is you'll probably noticed lately that I've been doing a lot of sticks. I've just thrown a lot of Northern Soul sticks together, house sticks together, and I've done a 60s and a Philly and all different types of sticks. You've probably seen the list as I probably promote them on my page and on the Tam's Soul Family page. And as I've said all along, if any of the guys from the Soul Family would like any of the sticks, they're normally, for the outsiders, they're normally £15, but for any of you guys, they're only a tenner. So if you'd like any of the sticks, I've still got a few sticks left, then please message me and let me know, and I will get them out to you this week. Next up, down in Northampton, we have a guy called Mr. Dave Bibby, and Dave for this week has selected Barbara King.
You know,
What I Did in the Street.
what you would call a good man.
Tommy Brown.
But I wouldn't let that be good enough for me. I left the man I had at home, trying to be with the man I had in the street. And in the end, I lost both of them. Let me sing this song to you, and maybe you'll understand.
Come on, girl, sing it. Love this.
One night of pleasure, one night of fun, 2 nights too many. I left them all alone.
Give me the box for Mr. Dave
He
Bibby.
gave me everything I wanted. Never, no, never treated me wrong. It really didn't come down on me till he was left and all alone. Oh, what I did in the street, I could have stayed at home. Did it with my baby? Yes. Oh, what I did in the street, I could have stayed at home. Did it with you? I gave up something for nothing. Now he's gone. I played too strong. I stayed too long. Now I end up in my own backyard. Come back to me, baby. Please give me one more try to hate me so much now. He must have loved me an awful lot. Oh, the man gave me everything I can dream of. Why did I have to treat him wrong? Oh, really didn't come down on me till I was left and all alone. Oh, what I did in the street, I could have stayed at home. Did it with my baby. I kept my business right at home. Oh yeah, come back to me, baby. Please, please give me one more try.
That was Barbara King and What I Did in the Street, sent in by our good friend Mr. Dave Bibby, and it was out of the box. Look at that, it's 9 o'clock, 2 minutes past 9 o'clock, and now we have TeeBee's Motown 3, and the 3 tracks tonight have all been unreleased Motown. We're going to start a way back in 1967, where we had a guy called Billy Eckstein. Now, he didn't fit in to the Motown sound, but he did a lot of recordings with Motown, and you'll realise when you hear his voice that it was more country than soul. But he did record on the Motown label, and this is Road to Happiness.
Going down the highway, on past the byway, to that place called happiness. I'll never look back. I'll keep on looking ahead, down that road to happiness. Ooh, goodbye sadness, hello gladness, loneliness, farewell. Ooh, I'll never ever look back. I'll keep on looking ahead, down that road to happiness. Oh, it's a rough and a rocky road, but when I get there, man, that's where I'm gonna hang my hat. Mr. Hurt, your old heartbreaker, heartaches, troubles and worries, pack your bag, and let the doorknob hit you right
It's
in
country,
your
aye,
back.
that's what I meant.
Down
Not
that
country.
highway,
Swing.
there's
It was more
my
swing
way
than country.
to that place called happiness.
Well, people email me and message me and
Never look back.
try to control it.
I'll keep on looking ahead,
Yeah, it's swing, not country.
going down that road to happiness. Going down, 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 going down.
Yeah, that's the era, Johnny.
Troubles and worries, bye-bye. Mr. Hood, your old heartbreaker so long. I'm gone.
Yeah, he did, John.
So long.
Yeah, Billy Eckstein and Road to Happiness. And as you can see, I'm sorry I said country, I meant to say swing. And you can see how he didn't fit in to the Motown sound. But I think Berry Gordy was looking at people that to bring in that could do the swing thing, because it was big then as well, probably maybe a little bit earlier than 67, but around about that era the swing was still going big over in America, and he was probably thinking to have a little sideline of singers that could do that type of stuff, and he was probably one of the best, Billy Eckstein. Now this next track, I was very, very surprised to find that it was discovered by a guy called Peter Lowry of Carlisle. He lived in Carlisle, who purchased the master tape on one of his visits over to Detroit, and he produced about 200 of these singles in the late 80s, early 90s. Those first white label copies are very, very hard to find, and you'll know the lady's name, but you probably never heard the track because it's as rare as hen's teeth, and it's classed as unreleased except for those 200 copies that Peter Lowry of Carlisle got pressed a way back in the 80s and 90s. This is the great Brenda Holloway with Reconsider.
Baby, you should wait.
maybe and reconsider. And it's so hard to believe that a guy from Carlisle, just 30 miles down the road from me, found the tape over in Detroit and come over and got 200 of those 45s pressed. The quality of the sound, you can tell that it's been a tape probably stored away for many, many years in the Motown vault somewhere, and he managed to get a hold of it and get those copies pressed. And as I say, they're pretty rare. So if anybody ever hears any copies going, let me know, because I would like to buy one. Next up, and the final track on TeeBee's Motown 3 tonight, comes from the Velvelettes, a big band that probably didn't get as much promotion as they should have done a way back in the 60s, with so many girl bands like Martha Reeves and the Vandellas and the Supremes and everything taking the headlines all the time and getting all the big hits from the Motown stables. These guys were kind of left behind in a way. They were called the Velvelettes. They had some big hits, don't get me wrong, but this is one that never got released, and I think it should have done. This is called I'm in Love. Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Joy. Fantastic, the sound of the Velvelettes and I Am in Love concludes TeeBee's Motown 3 this week, and thank you guys for all your fantastic comments, and we'll keep doing it as long as I can keep digging into the vaults of Motown, and I'll try and find little stories to go with the tracks, just to keep you amused, as they say. This next song was actually done by a band called the Velours originally, but when I heard this track today I thought, wow, it's probably took it more from an Northern Soul type track to a mod track. It was sent in by my good friends up there in Brecon, Terry and Susan Watson, and it's by the Montanas. It's called I'm Gonna Change. Thank you, Terry.
Baby, don't say our love is ended. What's wrong that can't be mended?
Yogi. It's a shame she couldn't watch the show, mate. Wolverhampton, the Montanas, and I'm Gonna Change, sent in by Terry and Susan Watson up there in Brecon. The Velours done the original version, yes, and then these guys come along, and as I say, they did change it. You can still hear the original kind of sound from the Velours track, but you can see what they've done with it. It probably to attract more of a mod audience because of the way it's sung. That's my understanding of it all anyway. But a fantastic track, and it was out of the box. Next up, Mr. Martin Taggart down there in Carlisle. BT man himself has chosen Chicago. Remember Chicago? This is Street Player. It's out of the box for Mr. Martin Taggart. Good night, Tom. Take care, pal.
Disco band for me.
like the trumpet man.
I'm a sweet girl, and I sing out. Hit my own keys and many more. My life is sweet, I still standing tall.
Yeah, sure.
But something's God's face, let it be that I was hurt.
Kind of 80s disco.
Musical path, but all the same, anxiety to ecstasy.
Chicago, and I'm a street player. Sent in by my good friend Martin Taggart down there in Carlisle, and it was Out of the Box. This next one is also Out of the Box from the lovely Fluff Johnson over there in Tuquia, and it's sung by the great Kiki D, called How Glad I Am.
My love has no beginning, my love has no end, no front, no back, and my love won't bend. I'm in the middle, lost in a spin, loving you. And you don't know, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know how glad I am. My love has no bottom, my love has no top, my love won't rise and my love won't drop. I'm in the middle and I can't stop loving you. And you don't know, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know how glad I am. I wish I were a poet.
Aye, she could sing the girl away.
Could express what I'd like to say. I wish that I were an artist, so that I could paint a picture of how I feel today, yeah, yeah, yeah. My love has no walls on either side, and that makes my love wider than wide. I'm in the middle, no, I can't hide.
You're welcome, Fluff.
Loving you. And you don't know, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know how glad I am. No, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know, you don't know how glad I am. How glad I am. How glad I am.
Yeah, the sound of Kiki D and How Glad I Am, sent in by Fluff Johnson, and it was Out of the Box. This next one, unfortunately, is a double bob from my good friend down there in Scunthorpe, Mr. Ian MacDonald, has selected Roscoe Robinson, and that's enough. It's a bob, a double bob from Ian.
I just want you to save your love for me, and that's enough.
Baby, that's enough.
That's enough, baby.
Baby, that's enough.
Your love, your love, your love is enough for me, yeah.
Baby, that's enough.
Classic, Johnny.
That's enough. Baby, that's enough.
I don't want glory or fame. I just want you to take my name, and that's enough.
That's enough. Baby, that's enough.
That's enough, darling.
Baby, that's enough.
Your love, baby, is enough for me,
That's
yeah.
enough. Oh, baby, that's enough. That's enough. Oh, baby, that's enough.
I
tune in, yes, I agree with you, pal.
For me, I can make it, baby. With your love, everything is alright. All I need, darling, is your love. I don't want to wait until June before I hear that wedding tune. Baby, please let my
We've got a few more to go, Jilly.
do it now. If I had my way, I want to be a millionaire. I just want your tender love and care, and that's enough. That's enough, baby. Your love, your love, and your love is for me. I can make it, baby, with your love.
Not surprising, Susie. You'll be looking forward to your Sunday night. Get the whiskey out.
I wanna be a millionaire. I just want you to love and care.
Roscoe Robinson, a classic in its own right, and that's enough. Unfortunately, a double bob from my good friend Ian McDonald down there in Scunthorpe. But as he says, it's a great tune. Next up, we go down to Widnes, where you'll find Mr. Corky Carr. This is the Five Royals, called Goofball. Shout in the box from Corky. See there, man. Goofing.
About to lose my mind. They say I'm goofing in the morning, goofing in the evening too. They say I'm goofing in the morning, goofing in the evening too. Goofing. Afraid of losing you. You got me biting on my nail, pulling on my hair. Come on, pretty baby, tell me that you care. If I ever lost you, I would lose my mind. I don't want nobody beating my time. I'm a goofball for you, baby, goofing all the time.
Bet you didn't look to the road musical.
Goofing all the time. Goofing. About to lose my mind. You got me biting on my nail, pulling on my arm. Come on, pretty baby, tell me that you care. If I ever lost you, I would lose my mind. I don't want nobody beating my time. I'm a goofball by you, baby, goofing all the time. I'm a goofball by you, baby, goofing all the time. Goofing. About to lose my mind. I'm a goofball by you, baby. I'm a goofball by you, baby. I'm a goofball
Yeah,
by
class
you,
track,
baby.
love it. The Five Royals and Goofball, sent in by my good friend down in Widnes, Mr. Corky Carr. We now move to a place called Turmorden, where you'll find a fantastic gentleman called Mr. John Grogan. And John has selected Mr. Chris Jackson, and it's called Since There's No Doubt. It's a bit scratchy. Shout the box from Mr. John Grogan.
I was hurt many times before, even talked about and deceived. But when I found you, life began for me. So
Me?
love I believe.
Me?
Since there's no doubt no more. With you forever, baby, I'm gonna leave. Since there's no doubt no more. I've always loved you. Eternally, just the way to see.
Next one, Julie. Chris Jackson, and Since There's No Doubt. And Julie bought it at Blackpool. Nice one, Julie. And this next one comes from Mr. Tom Thompson, who's went away to his bed because he'll be working early in the morning. And this is The Themes. It's called Yes, That's Love. It's out of the box from Mr. Tom Thompson. You what?
Oh, sweet love. Oh, love. Oh, love. That love. Sometimes love makes me gay. Why does love make me that way? That love. Sometimes that makes me cry. Why, oh why, oh why, oh why? That love. Sometimes love makes me happy. Yes, and that's when my heart feels glad. Yes, and sometimes love makes me cry. And that's when my heart feels sad. And why? That love. Oh, that's love. Yes, that's love. Oh, that's love. That's love.
That's The Themes, and yes, that's love. Sent in by Mr. Tom Thompson, and it was Out of the Box. This is also Out of the Box from the lovely Kath Birch down there in Stoke. This is the great Bobby Womack and Patti LaBelle. And Love Has Finally Come at Last. It's Out of the Box from Kath Birch.
Just like an old.
Good night, Elwin. Take care, pal. See you next week.
You can't miss what you never heard.
I thought that love was just a feeling that I gave to him.
You're welcome, Kath.
Return, he give it back.
But it's more than a
Hi, Cocky.
feeling and sensation. All I had to be tripping out on the girls, body vibration. But I knew, oh yeah,
Love is trying to come and last.
it's all I care about.
Oh no, no, no.
I'm so glad I can stand it today, baby.
I'm so glad.
Ooh, baby. And I'm never gonna get it back. Ooh, no, 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 no. Listen to me now. Just like a tender young bird in a first love affair. I doubt that she'd ever do it again. Would she even care? But as time pressed on, ooh, the girl caught on. Now the more she do it, the more she seemed to want it.
But there's one side of love I never, never, never know.
it down to me. Everybody needs some kind of love in their life, some kind of shape, form, or fashion.
Some kind of shape, form, or fashion. Oh, angels like the clouds leave me alone, and they need love.
I got you, baby. That's all I ever need. Chase the wind of gotta remember everything somebody understand it now. I can see when something happens good to you, somebody just wanna let everybody know. Let everybody know. Seems like it took so long, took so long. But now you're here. Now you're here. Yeah. I'm so glad. Everybody sing.
Yeah, the great Bobby Womack, Patti LaBelle, and Love Has Finally Come at Last. Sent in by the lovely Kath Birch down there in Stoke, and it was Out of the Box. This is also Out of the Box. It's been on the show before, but this remix has not been on the show before. This is The Real Thing,
Song that I can sing.
and You To Me Are Everything. Sent in by Gorgeous Georgie herself, and it's Out of the Box.
You are everything to me. Can't you see? You're the sweetest song that I can sing. You're everything. You're the sweetest thing to me. You're the sweetest thing to me. Yeah, yeah. You're the sweetest song that I can sing. Oh, baby.
A big favourite of Mags Barlow's, I believe. She's off. Original on the Girlfriends tune. You got to send me your list, Johnny. Yeah, Robert requested it as well, and Mags. But this is a remix by the Decade remix from 1976.
Stop the rain from falling if you ask me to.
It was one of my karaoke songs way back in the day.
I could move a mountain.
I sung it in Bridlington here.
Words cannot express how much you mean to me. There must be some other way to make you see. If it takes my heart and soul, you know I'd pay the price. Everything
Send me the list, Johnny. When did you send me the list? Did you send me a messenger? I'll have to have a look. I must have missed it.
To you I guess I'm just a clown who picks you up each time you're down. Oh baby, oh baby, you give me just a taste of love to build my hopes upon. You know you got of me, come on and take the rest of me, oh baby.
I don't do it. How did you send me when it was a Bridland? I'll have a look, Johnny.
Maybe given time you
I'll find it.
If it takes me right now, then I'm prepared to wait. The day you give your love to me won't be a day too late. Oh, you to me are everything, the sweetest song that I can sing. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. To you I guess I'm just a clown who picks you up each time you're down. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Give me just a taste of love to build my hopes upon. You know you got the power, girl, to keep me holding on. So now you got the best of me. Come on and take the rest of me, oh baby.
Mine's too cocky. We can do a duet sometime.
You to me are everything, the sweetest song that I can sing, oh baby. Oh baby, to you I guess I'm just a clown who picks you up each time you're down. Oh baby, oh baby, you give me just a taste of love to build my hopes upon. You know you got the power, girl.
I believe you, cocky.
So now you got the best of me. Come on and take the rest of me, oh baby. Sweetest song that I could sing, oh baby, oh baby. You to me are everything, the sweetest song that I could sing, oh baby.
There's some great stories, great memories of a fantastic tune from the 70s. One day you'll get me cocky doing a double act. Somewhere, someplace. I believe the real thing are still doing actually. Yeah, nice remix. The Real Thing and You to Me Are Everything. That was the Decade remix from 1976. Sent in by Gorgeous George herself, and it was Out of the Box. Now here's a turn up for the books. The lovely Susie Key sent in a track, and I told her it was a bob, and she didn't change it. So Susie Key, I didn't know how many whiskies you've had. It's very unusual for you to have a bob on the show. But this was previously picked by our Mr. Albert Wilkinson. This is Johnny Chef. Fire! Called The Can't Stop Moving. It's a bob from Susie.
Fire! I feel a little fire, yeah.
No, yours is still to come, Robert. Are you want to go to bed? I'll play it next, Robert. unusual and Susie picks them up. I just pointed that out. Johnny Chef. Good night, Pete. Take care, pal. And Can't Stop Moving, sent in by the lovely Susie Key. But unfortunately, it was a bob that she never changed. Next up, we go to a little town called Ossett in West Yorkshire, where you'll find the fantastic Mr. Robert Furness, better known as Mr. Smooth. This is Mr. Robert Palmer with Mercy Mercy Me and I Want You mixed in together. It's a mashup.
Whoa, oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Where did all the blue skies go? Poison is the wind that blows from the north.
You're welcome, Robert.
Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Oil wasted on the oceans and our seas. Oh, fish full of mercury. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. No, no. Radiation underground and in the sky. Animals and birds who live nearby. Oh, mercy, mercy me. Oh, things ain't what they used to be. What about this overcrowded land? How much more abuse than that? Can't you see?
Love it. Great, you take care, pal. 6 more tracks to go. Born in Batley, West Yorkshire. There's a connection, Robert. fantastic remix. Robert Palmer with two fantastic tracks mixed into one. Mercy Mercy Me and I Want You. And it was sent in by our good friend down there in Ossett, Mr. Robert Furness, and it was Out of the Box. This is also Out of the Box from the lovely Mags Barlow. This is Harrison Brothers. It's called Run For Your Life. Out of the Box from Mags Barlow. Brilliant, I love it. Harrison Brothers and Run For Your Life, sent in by the lovely Mags Barlow, and it was Out of the Box. Here's somebody new. Doesn't often put requests in, but this week Mr. Matt Johnson over there in Tuquia has selected Joe Jammer. This is called Down, Down, Down. It's Out of the Box from Mr. Matt Johnson.
There's the place that I knew. I remember things we do. Seems like it's been 10 years past, but I still remember things that we did the last. I'll take you down, down, down to a place where there's no sin. Let me take you down, down, down to a place where you ain't been. Things are really
You're welcome, Matt.
feeling groovy. This beats even Sunday's movie. People dancing to the beat of the drum and drums, a shepherd moving their feet. I'll take it down, down, down to a place where there's no time. Listen to me. Down, down, down to a place
Joe Jammer and Down, 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 sent in by a good friend over there in Tequila, Mr. Matt Johnson, and it was Out of the Box. This next one, unfortunately, is a double bob from my good friend who's just got home from Africa, Mr. Kitty Key. He's on the whiskey, so he'll not remember. But this was previously picked by my good friend Dave Rimmer. But tonight, it's a bob. The Keys have up strike 2 bobs a night. Unfortunately, that's the way the cookie crumbles. This is Billy Miranda, and you could have had a good thing.
Girl, my love for you is true.
Well do, Cocky.
For your love, there was nothing I wouldn't do. Still, you had to run around. It's too bad I got to put you down. We could have had a good thing going. We could have had a good thing going.
We're having a big birthday.
But now it's too late. Now it's too late. Now it's too late. Yeah.
3 tracks to go, guys. Stay with us. Then you can choose your tune of the show. Can't pick a bob. Can't pick TeeBee's 3. Motown 3. You can't pick any of the Jewish company. Can't pick your spouses. You can't pick your own. You have until 12 o'clock tomorrow to choose your tune of the show.
You had a good thing, baby, but you let it get away. Yeah. You broke my heart, baby, in every way. Yeah. There's one thing more I have to say, except I'm sorry that I play in this way. You broke my heart before you go. I kinda hate to see you go, 'cause we could have had a good thing going. We could have had a good thing going. We could have had a good thing going. We could have had a good thing going one more time. Could have had a good thing going, Mr. Slowly. We could have had a good thing going.
Billy Miranda, and you could have had a good thing going. Sent in by my good friend Keith Kay up there in Dunfermline, previously picked by Mr. Dave Rimmer, and it was a bob. This next one is Out of the Box from Mr. Phil Story down there in Hull. This is called No Part-Time Love for Me from Martha Starr. It's Out of the Box from Phil Story. Love it. Time for Phil. They're in the control room. Alright, so pal. Martha Starr and No Part-Time Love for Me. Out of the box from Mr. Phil Story, and I love it. Next up, we go up to Blair Logie, where you'll find a lovely lady called Rochelle MacDonald, living up there with their lovely daughter. And tonight, Rochelle has picked the great and sadly missed Gwen McCrae. It's called Hey World. It's out of the box from Rochelle. We only have one more request to go, and it comes from Mrs. O. If I have not played your request, please tell me now. You're welcome, Michelle. Great track.
I'm working twice as hard for my money, but they still won't love all my pain. Hey world, I'm on my way. I ain't gonna look back, I'm going straight ahead. Hey world, I'm on my way. They might say I'm wrong, but who are they to say?
Good evening, Mr. Paul Evans. You tell him, Johnny. Don't forget to vote. Voting is important.
People talking about getting to the money. They say all they need is a little more time. But the only way to get to the money is by saving time.
Sure is, Mrs. O.
By saving time. You can't wait. Hey world, I'm on my way. I ain't gonna look back. I'm going straight ahead. Hey world, I'm on my way. I ain't gonna look back. I'm going straight ahead. Hey world, I'm on my way. They may say I'm wrong, but who are they to say? Hey world, I'm on my way. They might say that I'm wrong, but who are they to say? Money can bring you lots of good if you use it right. Money can bring you lots of harm if you use it wrong. Hard times is a hard time when you're doing something you don't like. Everybody is somebody, and you know now that's a fact. Hard times is a hard time when you're doing something you don't like.
Thank you, Mr. Tom Ray.
Everybody is somebody, and you know now that's a fact. Hard times is a hard time when you're doing something you don't like. Everybody is somebody, and you know now that's a fact. I'm on my
The only thing is, Tom, they're not my selections.
ain't gonna look back.
They're the Soul Family's selection. The guys who watch this show, they pick the tunes every week. And that's the great thing about this show. But thank you, Tom. And I'll pass on your good wishes. Hope you had a good show. Thank you, Tom. Gwen McCrae, who sadly passed away recently, and Hey World, sent in by the lovely Rochelle MacDonald up there in Blair Logie. and it was Out of the Box. So we come at the final request of the evening, and it comes from the one and only Mrs. O down there in Worcester. And she has chosen Mr. Sidney Barnes, and this is called Old Times. This is your final request. It's Out of the Box from Mrs. O.
They had a way of clapping their hands way back in the old time. They had
You're
a
welcome,
way
Mrs. O.
of doing the grind way back in the old time. Now they're picking on our music, they're saying that they can't use it. Mom and Daddy trying to be so cool, should have seen them in the old time. They had a way of stomping their feet way back in the old time. They had a way of doing their own thing way back in the old time. Now they don't want to admit it, no, 'cause they're too tired to get it. They love to do it all again, the way they did it in the old time.
Yeah, he gets a lot of respect from a lot of people.
They had a way of doing the hoochie-coo way back in the old time. They had a way they do way back in the old time. One day when we were too older, yeah, we slow the music down. We're gonna sit around and think about grooving in the old
Thank you, Ted. Yeah, fantastic tune there from the lovely Mrs. O. That was Sidney Barnes and Old Times. So that concludes all your requests tonight. 51 requests tonight on the show. And we've run a wee bit late because we usually finish at 10. But I'll always play all the requests before I finish. So all I ask you to do now is, doesn't matter what time you come in it, doesn't matter how many tracks you've listened to. If you heard a track that you liked tonight on TeeBee's Sunday Soul Show, then all I ask you to do is, this is for the Soul family of course, is to pick your tune of the show and send me it in Messenger, and we will count the votes up tomorrow. You have until 12 o'clock tomorrow to choose. What I'll do is I will post up tonight's show on my YouTube channel, probably in about half an hour's time. It'll be live on my YouTube channel if there's no copyright issues. If there's a copyright issue, it won't go up until tomorrow. But thank you once again for a fantastic evening of fantastic music from all you guys out there. And we always finish the show with the best ever track by Mr. Marvin Gaye. It's called What's Going On. This is the Kim Bassey DJ mix. Good night, Tom. Thanks for coming on the show, mate.
There's too many of you crying. Brother, 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 there's far too many of you dying. You know we have to find to bring some.
Good night, Lennox. Good night, Robert. Good night, Phil. Good night, Big Al. Take care, pal.
We don't need to escalate.
Good night, Johnny and Jilly. Good night, David, pal. Good night, Rochelle. You know me that. Good night, Linda and Dave down there in West Midlands. You too, Linda.
Punish me with brutality. Far too late, so you can see. Oh, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? What's going on? Yeah, what's going on? Oh, what's going on?
Good night, Flop. And Matt. Good night, Johnny Kid. Good night, Mr. Johnny Wood. Have a great week, pal. Good night, Ted. Good night, Gorky, pal. Good night, Kiwi boy. Good to have you back, pal. Don't forget to vote. We need your votes. Just pick a tune you like. You know. Bring some of those that you feel today. Make it sad. Don't punish me with brutality. Come on, talk to me. You can see what's going on. Yeah, what's going on? Tell me what's going on. Good night, Julie. Take care, darling. See you at Scarborough, Julie. Marvin Gaye, what's going on, brings us to the end of the show. Thank you once again, guys, for all your fantastic requests. I will put the post up tomorrow just to let you know who gets tune of the show and any other details about the sticks that are available to purchase at the moment and all the events coming up. I'll probably keep posting them up just to remind people. And I do wish that if you can get to any of these events, Scarborough Weekender's a fantastic weekender. What do you call it? Air ambulance all day at Pontefract this year with me and Johnny are going to be playing. It's another fantastic event run by fantastic people. And if you can make any of these events, please come, because they're in need of charity, and it's Scarborough's to do with the Bluebell Wood. It's the same as Bridlington. So all the money that gets collected from Scarborough goes to the Bluebell Wood as well. So I mean, these guys do a phenomenal job, and what they put on is first class entertainment with no carry-ons, no worries. The people are so friendly at these events, and I want you to come and experience them. So if you can get to any of these events and you need tickets, or you want to know any information about hotels or where we're staying or anything like that, then I'm only a message away. Just send me a message through Messenger and I'll get back to you, and I will help you in any way I can. So thank you guys, and it's good night from me. See you next week.